Hi. Nice to meet ya. Also, happy Black History Month!
Oh my god. It's so beautiful.
Hey baddies! Welcome back. Thank you so much for tuning in, y'all. I told y'all I'm locking in, like, and I'm not playing, like, I'm not playing, girl, like, I'm not playing. A lot of y'all requested some in-depth tutorials, and I think it's time that I make it happen. Like, it's time. We're gonna do a look, inspired by a look that I'm going to do. I took it with me. So we're doing this a little, yeah. Sorry, we're 420 friendly over here, so please don't judge. We do it safely, and we do it in moderation, and we do it peacefully. Thank you so much. Now let's continue the video. I did fix the brows, made them a little bit arched, made them a little bit thinner, and then I put on my Smashbox primer. I love this primer. Down, girl, down. I don't really care for any other primers except like probably the Milk Matte primer was pretty good. I ran out, but this came in and this came first, so I say this and then the Milk primer, but they're pretty much the same. I'm sorry, I'm a ramble and I might go quiet a couple of times in this video because I do like to watch my show and have like my show in the background while I'm doing my makeup. And that's also another thing why I suck at tutorials, but it's okay because I can also talk over it, and I can also put like some nice music over it so we can jam together and have a good time together, but also learn. Like really cute, seductive, like Valentine's expensive vampire, like, is that a lot? Will people get it? The brows pretty simple today. I want them to be pretty like thin. I want it to give like seductive. I usually have like a freaking pencil, but this is just what I have to do for now. You know what I mean? Like, this is just what's getting me by in this moment of time in my life on this February 1st. Oh my god, wait, it's the 1st of the month. What's that song that they play on the 1st of the month? And when I'm not talking about the Cardi song, I'm talking about the happier song. Bone Thugs and Harmony. Wake up, wake up, wake up, everybody. Also, happy Black History Month! But I just remembered that I had this little palette of stuff that I've used before, and it's a lot more thicker. I love a thicker full coverage concealer. This is a little bit more on the lighter side, so I'm probably gonna have to mix it with my foundation, but that's okay because we make stuff work around here. The usual foundation is the Milk Hydro Grip Gel Tint. Yes, this is a tint, babe. This is a tint.
So in these clips, I am putting the brighter concealer under my brow. I love this to help highlight my brow bone. This just gives that like really cute early 2000s look. For the top of my brow, I do mix a little bit of my foundation with the concealer, and I use that to basically brighten the top of my brow because there is a bit of a shadow from the hair that was shaved, because girl, like, my original brows give bush, girl, like it gives bush. But this works for me and I really like that technique, and it also just helps highlight the brow in general, so I honestly recommend it. It helps complete the whole brow all together. I'm also diffusing the concealer. You can use a brush. I do use a finger because, girl, my brushes be dirty at times. But yeah, this really helps make it a seamless and smooth look.
So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get some of my concealer and I'm about to put it in the areas that I will be concealing later on.
I also wanted to add that the concealer I am using is from AJ Crimson. RIP to that legend. I literally still have this pan from years ago from when my mom used it. It's probably expired, but the colors are still really good and I really love this. So RIP to that legend.
We're gonna go back into the brows again. This starts my like contour, but it also softens the front of my brow, and it really adds to like that 2000s look. I really started getting into this when I peeped how Rihanna's contour looked. Like it looked like it went into her brows, and I just really loved how feminine and how that really went well with her nose. So I just love that technique that I picked up on. And then I go back in and I sometimes add little strokes. These are a little too much. Let me just pat some of that out. Yeah. So next, we're gonna get into the shadow. I really wanted to give sultry. I want to do an intense bottom eye, but it might be a bit simple because I do want to do like a lace cover up over the eyes for like the main idea or like the main focal point, but I still want it to be cohesive with the look. I don't know, what am I looking for? So now I'm gonna go into my lashes, or not my lashes, my eyeshadow, and I'm gonna first smooth it out with my main blending brush. It's still kind of like liquidy from like concealer, so you want to like dry it up a bit. Not like liquidy, like wet or a little like tacky because of the product. So I just tap it back in and make it more solid. I'm gonna go in on the brow bone with this white. This palette has hit the pan. I use this palette like 24/7. This is from Makeup Revolution. Shout out to them. I love y'all. And the brow bone. I always start my brow bone base with a white. Okay, don't go in with the color, cause y'all will end up like in a really messy situation. Put the white down first. Let it have some sort of base and some sort of shadow to cling onto. It really smooths out everything. It also doesn't leave you with like a harsh shadow right away. And if the canvas, like if under your brows is like wet from the concealer, it will really look harsh and it'll be really even more difficult to fully blend out like you would want. I'm going to add the pink and I'm going to tap into the white. So I'm going to go back and forth and like build up to that like intense pink. Do y'all see this right now? And you see how it blended in really easily, right? Right? I'm telling y'all, adding that white first and then putting down that color really helps blending it out and putting it together. Like, don't plop that color on, girl. Like, don't do it. Don't do it. And I'm gonna bring it all the way into the contour. And it's just gonna be a soft look, y'all. So I'm gonna keep it very, very soft. I might not add, let's add just a little bit more pink. Down a bit more into the crease. But yeah, I Okay, so I'm gonna go back in with this blending brush that I did for the front of the brow. I'm gonna go into my crease. We are going to darken her up a little bit, give her some definition. I always follow my eye, like my shape. So I go in and then I keep it down and I kind of go up a little bit. I always recommend figure out your own eye shape and what works best for you. But also at the same time, it's fun to try out different techniques because you never know. Like, you never know how the outcome might go. I am blending this out with a different brush, preferably a brush with no product. We're creating layers. We're getting into the layers. Okay, so now the look should be looking something like this. It is very blown out and soft. Always do this at however way you want to do it, whatever looks best for you. This is just how I do it. So I'm gonna intensify this crease a bit more. Give me just a moment.
So for this, I really love to build my shadow. So I go little by little. I go between brushes. I use a non-product brush, a smaller brush, and a kind of in-between brush. I'm using a black shadow to get more into my crease to add more of that definition. I really only use about a dot because a little goes a long way with that black. But this is like sped up of me blending it and just like how smooth you get with going between brushes. Y'all go between the brushes. Don't be scared. Don't be scared. And now I'm patting on that brighter color in the front of my eyelid. This really helps pack on that color. Don't brush the eyeshadow in. Pack it in as best as you can. And it really helps too if you have a little bit of a primer for it to cling on to a bit more. But I didn't put on a primer. I just did it like more of a natural, softer look this time. I didn't want it to be like too perfect. So that's kind of how I did it. For the liner, it was a bit of a weird technique. I had to go back in to clean it up. But I usually start off with a single stroke on each side of my eyes to get a more of a precise line on both sides and an even line at that. And then I go in and I fill it in. I do go back and forth sometimes to make sure that it has an even line on both sides.
Okay, baddies. So I have cleaned up a little bit. I'm going to start the face makeup. We're going back in with the Milk Hydro Grip Gel Tint. You only need like 2 dots of this. This will last you through the apocalypse, girl. Like, I don't know, like, I've had that for a good minute now. And it's like not even a tint, but it is, because it's giving like full coverage, you know what I mean? I don't use a lot of product on my forehead, and it's always been like that. I don't know why, but like I just feel like I need enough just to blend it in with the cleanup at the top, and then I'm gonna go into the concealer a bit to kind of buff that out. Nice to meet ya. So I'm gonna come in with some blusher. I use the Revolution Sunkissed Apricot. Like, you see what I mean? Like, I don't know, it's just like a really pretty peach. So like, I really like it. and it really complements my skin tone. But the placement of your blush really matters because it really helps enhance, highlight, bring color, bring life into your face. And so for the face shape I have, I really found that this is the best technique to put it on like the apples of my cheek and bring it outwards, since this is the whitest part of my face, the apples of my cheek, and then I blend it upwards. So now I'm gonna put a warmer concealer. This is almost gone, but this is the Milk Future Fluid Concealer. This is a really good concealer that I like to use. It's really lightweight, and if you're more of like a dewier person, this would work really well with you because you don't have to use too much for that full coverage, and then it feels like there's nothing on your face practically. Like it's a great concealer. Like it's a really good concealer. I kind of want to try a technique where I set as soon as possible. So like after I'm done blending this out, I'm gonna set it as soon as possible, like right now. I might add a little bit of pink pigment in this too. Add a little bit of pink. Ooh, yes. Yes, ma'am. This is powdered on. This powdered on. I always pre-pat to again soak up the wetness of the concealer, and then I go in, my hand is occupied, so I pat on something that accents, so it should be quite of a smooth surface, and then I just start packing that thing on, because it oddly feels like it's more packed in, that it's like a fresher coat of foundation and concealer. Oh my god, y'all, this is actually really tea. Okay, now we're gonna get into the bottom of this look. So here's the caveat. I think I'm out of this powder. The caveat is I might not be able to do a burgundy under eyeliner because I don't have, or actually let me look at my arsenal. Like, please don't. I did find a Burgundy Revolution mascara. It did do the job. It did smudge though, but it worked for the look for tonight, and it did what it needed to do. It was cute, period. Look at this little boy. Say hi, little man. Say hi, little man. Say hi, little man. Say hi, little man. He said, hey. He said, how y'all doing? Now at this point I am adding some light pink into my waterline. I just mixed some pink and some white in my paint that I had because I don't got no light pink, but I'm just putting this into the design as well. I really like doing this too because it looked really cute, like straight on. Seeing it like all together, it was honestly like really angelic kind of vibe. So
I really like this technique. I did blend it into my blush. Oh, girl. Like Makeup by Esther said, you have to build up that blush. Like, you can't just use one color. I did go back and forth with a powder, but you really build up that product, y'all. Like, don't be afraid to mix that color. I'm using a Fenty lipstick. If I can remember the name, I totally would show y'all, but the name on the lipstick also is gone, so that's the most unfortunate part. But I also did this look using the same paint that I used in my look. I just used face paint, y'all. Like, that's just what I did that with. Yo, I'll be back. Hey baddies. Okay, this is the final look. It's probably looking a little rough right now because I just got done taking photos and I don't know if I like them, but we gonna see. Guys, I love you guys so much, and thank you guys so much for watching, and I can't wait to make more content for y'all. Stay tuned. What's shocking is a lot of y'all actually don't know who I am. So if y'all don't know me, go to my IG, go to my TikTok, see like what I've been about like this whole time. And I should have been did YouTube. Like, girl, like I was not on my Zoom. Like, girl, I was off of it. I was on Uvu or some shit. I hope y'all enjoyed this video, and I cannot wait to see you here next time. Love you, baddies.